Retired NYPD Lieutenant Joe Cardinale is going to be here, but we begin with CB Cotton in Times Square. Hi, CB.
Dana, good morning. 5 of the migrant men who were charged with felony assault but still released without cash bail have 2 upcoming court dates between February and March in this case. As to whether they'll show up has yet to be seen, because now prosecutors and the NYPD are investigating a report that some of these men are now on the run. Police sources telling me some of these suspects may be headed for Calexico, California, a community situated right on the border with Mexico. My sources also tell me workers recognized these mugshots from the news and alerted them, saying the men had used fake names before boarding the bus to California. Now all eyes are on Judge Marisol Martinez Alonso and DA Alvin Bragg, who oversaw the decision to release these suspects without bail. A spokesperson for the Manhattan DA, Alvin Bragg, chalked up that decision at the time by saying, in part, "It is paramount that we conclusively identify each defendant and specify each participant's role in the incident." A 6th suspect, Henry Brito, was arraigned in court yesterday. So far, the only suspect to be held in jail. His bail set at $15,000. Police say Brito was the man in the yellow who resisted arrest, leading to the brawl. The head of the police union says he wants to know why others involved are not sitting with Brito behind bars.
Why aren't they in jail right now? They brutally attacked a New York City police officer and a lieutenant. Our criminal justice system is upside down. It fails every day.
Police sources telling me the NYPD has identified at least a dozen other men involved in the initial assault. Now officers looking for those suspects. Back to you.
All right, CB, thank you.
So with us in studio, retired NYPD Lieutenant Joe Cardinale. And Joe, good morning to you. Nice to have you back here in person here. Here are the 7 involved. Put them on screen. Here are the names, etc. Some of them have been in the country a very short time, and some of them have been arrested multiple times already. The New York Post is reporting that one of these church-affiliated nonprofit groups helped them get on a bus, and someone did that, right, Joe?
Absolutely.
And someone helped them with the ID to get them on the bus.
On the bus.
So someone knows exactly where they are at this hour. Does the city have the guts to bring them back and pursue justice?
Absolutely not. Not with this DA. The cops will do their job, the judges won't do their job, and this DA is the nexus for all that's going on in Manhattan right now. How many times are we going to watch this as cops are getting beat up? This isn't the first time. And Pat, Mr. Hendry is correct. This criminal justice system is geared for the criminals. It's not geared for what it used to be, for your everyday John Q. citizen. It's geared for the criminals because they get the advantage of knowing nothing's going to happen to them when they commit these crimes. This would never happen in days of old, all right, because the cops would have the guts to get up there and they would have the backing of the city council to go out there and do their job. And we're not talking about cops going out of control. We're talking about giving them the indemnification they need to go out and do the job. They're afraid to use a nightstick. They're afraid to use mace because everything is going to be held against them. I spoke to some of the cops, and their hands are literally tied, and they have to sit there and take a beating like this because they know the only thing that's going to show is if they have the nightstick, take that nightstick out and use the necessary force to effect that arrest, they're going to be prosecuted. Just like the cop Provenzano in the Apple store. Bragg went after him, and he's still in trial for that right now, and he's still paying the price for it, and the guy who should have been arrested is out there doing the same thing.
If these migrants are on a bus from New York to the border in California, that I'm sure there's cooperation with local law enforcement, but would New York Police Department be sending detectives out along that route to try to catch them?
If they know the bus, I would have that bus stopped. I would take them off that bus and I would bring them back. They should be deported immediately, all right, because they're never going to show up for trial. All right, that's a given. They're not going to show up for trial.
You deport them, they cross the border again?
Yeah, and they cross the border again, but at least this time, the only advantage right now is you have their fingerprints and you know who they are. All right, what good that's going to do in the future with the revolving door we have at the border and in the city. I mean, it's ridiculous and it's laughable, but it's to the extent that, the only time politicians are going to do something is when it affects them directly.
Well, and we're watching now. Sometimes it feels like we're the only ones that cover the border, but that's not the case in this story.
Yes.
It is getting widespread media coverage across the board. So sometimes there's a case that changes things, makes a difference, and Alvin Bragg is taking it on the chin here. Do you think that this could be the case that helps make a difference?
If it's to his advantage, yes, that's the only time he's going to do it. He's not going to do it out of, what he's supposed to do. He's there to prosecute, and he doesn't do it. He picks and chooses the crimes he wants to prosecute. And as I said, cops are the easiest target for him, so he'll go after them. Governor Hochul has a part in this as well. She can remove Bragg if she wanted to. He's not doing his job. It's clear he is not doing his job. And her administration is just as guilty for the attack on cops, because when your administration releases 38 cop killers under their corrupt parole board, what do you expect? And it's just a total disregard for police in this city. And as Paul said earlier, it's amazing we have the numbers we have that are still on the job. We're losing them. I mean, we're down 7,000 police officers right now. That's ridiculous.
I thanked a police officer the other day by text that I know, and I said, I'm sorry for the people that attack you. And he said, but there are so many more people who are innocent who deserve our protection, and that's why we do it every day. And that's why we thank everyone who's serving.
You've got a U.S. Marine who could face charges for trying to
protect people
on a subway, and his attorney's out there talking. You can't avoid this story. You got the video. You got the illegals. They went to jail. They were sprung within hours. And the way they, double bird the cameras with glee, you can't avoid this. And that's why others are covering it.
Exactly.
Final thought.
Dana, you're right. They do the job day in and day out. But it's a question of how they do the job. Their hands are tied. They could have done so much more in this case, but they couldn't, because they're not afraid, like they're cowering afraid. That's not what I'm saying. They're afraid of losing their job, being prosecuted, because they see it day in and day out with Bragg, that he's the one going after them, and they know they're going to be the target.
It's been going on for a while, and too long.
And the city council is the biggest blame for this as well, because
100%.
they took the indemnification away from them.
Joe, thanks for coming on.
Great to have you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.